Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead in today's episode. First off, we've got Leicester City at home in the Premier League. We then face off against Manchester United in the Premier League, but this time away from home. And then it's all about the UEFA Champions League group stage game against St. Pat's. Now, in the previous episode, I mentioned that I was going to look to potentially play Leicester, play Manchester United, and simulate the game against St. Pat's, especially because I think right now we're doing very well in the Premier League. It's a big game against Leicester. It's a big game against Manchester United. St. Pat's, on the other hand, although it's a big Champions League game, we have already played two Champions League games, one against Napoli in which we won, and one against PSG in which we also won. So if unfortunately we were to drop points, either losing or drawing to St. Pat's, it doesn't matter too much because we can bounce back because we will be playing St. Pat's again. We've also got Napoli to play again, as well as PSG. So we're put in a great position to potentially risk dropping points in order to still play the two other games in today's episode. And I think that is exactly what we're going to look at doing. But first, we do have Leicester. They are coming to Anfield. This brings us up to current date. I'm recording this on the 8th of October. And just a few days ago on the weekend, we actually played Leicester, in which we won 2-1. It was 1-1. Sadio Mane went down in the box in like the 93rd minute. James Milner stepped up and slotted home to give us those three very important points, and we did beat Leicester 2-1. So looking forward to playing against Leicester and also Manchester United in today's episode. It's going to be a massive episode, and if we continue the way we have been recently, I'm expecting a lot of goals. We did end the previous episode 3rd position in the Premier League. We're currently only 2 points behind Chelsea. We also finished with Henderson, Haller and Mane, all top goal scorers in the Premier League, on 4 goals, which is an absolute madness. I'm amazed that Jordan Henderson is that high up. But what can I say? He's beasting and feasting, and he's playing very well in the midfield for us right now. But before we get into the game against Leicester, you guys know this segment. We're going to look over the last video, look at some comments, and obviously I've said to you guys that if you want to leave a comment and it kind of needs to be addressed or talked about in the video, then I'll address it in the next episode. Today's comments aren't more the fact anything about the video in itself, it's more about me, and this is why I'm leaving these in, because you guys have no idea what this does for me. So as we scroll down now, we've got a first comment here from Ethan LFC, and it says, "What another banger of a video, keep it up, Brad." Ethan, first of all, thank you so much. You guys don't realise that comments like that motivate me so much to know that I'm sat here now recording a video. I'm going to upload it in 1 day's time, and there's going to be people saying it's a banger of a video, you're enjoying it, you love the content. That makes me so happy. So Ethan, thank you so much for that really thoughtful comment. As we move down a little bit further, we've got a comment from JSHD. "The stream's going to be a few days before my birthday. Will I also upload on your birthday because it's a Monday?" He told me that his birthday is on the 21st of October, which is a Monday, which means, yes, I will be uploading on your birthday, and I will potentially be streaming. I'm going to be putting a video out on the 18th, guys, but I think I can probably pretty much confirm it now. The 24-hour live stream will be on the 8th of November. I'm pretty sure I'm making the video this Friday to go up on the 18th, and how it stands right now is I will be streaming for 24 hours on the 8th of November. So if you don't follow me on Twitch, go down below to the description. It's twitch.tv/MassiveBrad. Give me a follow and you can come and join in the 24-hour live stream. Comment here from Dylan Johnson. "Yes, mate, another banger in the career mode. Love your videos." Thank you so much, Dylan. I love your support and appreciate that very kind message. And finally, last one from Niall. "Nice video, bro. Hate the pens this year. How are they so bad?" Well, yeah. Thank you so much for saying it's a nice video. I'm glad you enjoyed it. As for the penalties, yeah, I did miss one with Divock Origi in the last episode. Unfortunately, you hold it in the top right or the top left, and unfortunately I slipped as I tried to push it a little bit more. I slipped, it moved back to the middle. I tried to get it back in the top right corner after I'd already powered up the shot, and unfortunately put it wide, which is a little bit disappointing, but regardless, we still won the game. And I'll tell you what, did you guys see the set pieces in the last episode? Naby Keita whipping the ball in twice. One for Divock Origi on the volley. One for Mo Salah on the volley. What an absolutely unbelievable set piece that we can do with Liverpool. And I'm hoping we're going to be able to do more of that in today's episode if we do get any free kicks just on the edge of the box. But up next, we're at home to Leicester City. And this is the lineup we are putting out. You can see there's a few players in Henderson, Fabinho, Mane, Van Dijk and Trent and Alisson who aren't fully fit. But I'm going to make sure that I take at least 3 of those players off that aren't fully fit to start this game. But we're going with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Divock Origi at striker, Shaqiri out on the right wing, Naby Keita linking up with Henderson in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Max, Van Dijk, Lovren and Trent at the back with Alisson between the sticks. As I've just said that team, I realised I meant to go through these steps right here, and then I'm meant to read the team out from there. So I can only apologise over that, guys. I will try and remember. It's because we're slightly changing up the way we normally do the videos. That's where I want to be reading out the lineup, not where we just did. But regardless, I've read it out to you guys. You know who's playing. Let's get into this game at Anfield and hopefully, like we did in real life, bag those 3 important points against Leicester City. Well, we've scored plenty of goals in the recent episodes. Can we potentially continue our winning ways, continue to score plenty of goals? We've got Mane and Henderson, currently top goal scorers in the Premier League on 4. Lovely flag there of Steven Gerrard in the cop end. Love to see it. And I'm excited for this game. Hopefully we won't struggle as much as we did in real life. Hopefully we should have the better hand here over Leicester, I would have liked to have said. Also, guys, in the last episode, I noticed in parts, I was doing a Casper the Ghost. I was going a bit invisible. You could see the pitch through my t-shirt. You could see it through my face. You could see it through my neck. I'm not really sure what happened, but I have messed around with how it looks. I've given it a little bit more colour. Tried to give it a little bit more detail. Hopefully, you won't be able to see through me. There was certain parts where I don't know if it was the lighting or sometimes I light a candle here where it was causing a problem with the lighting and making me go see-through. So you could see the pitch through my t-shirt and neck, which was a little bit strange. But hopefully the changes I have made for today's episode will make webcam or facecam a little bit better. And let's get into this game with Divock Origi kicking us off. Let's get it on the way. And let's take on Leicester City. Trent up to Shaqiri on the inside now to Divock Origi, who's coming forwards into the box. Divock Origi still coming forward, still going. Divock, Shaqiri, Trent whip a nice ball in now for Mane at the back post. It's 1-0. Well, that was the best start we could have asked for. And Mane, depending on how Hull does for West Ham, has potentially just gone top of the Premier League goal scorers. Beautiful bit of football there. Shaqiri into Trent, whipped the ball in towards the back post. Mane gets ahead of the defender, beats Michael between the sticks, and it's 1-0 Liverpool. Couldn't have asked for a better start. Only 5 minutes in, and it's Mane's 5th goal. Nicely done, keep that pressure on. Ball down. Let's go Lovren. Lovren gets a block on it. Get there, big strike there from Slimani. I'm not sure why Jamie Vardy's not playing. Could potentially be a glitch in FIFA 20. We know that it doesn't always play its strongest starting 11. It could be the fact that they've sold him, but a great shot there from Slimani and a great save from Alisson between the sticks. Out wide to Maddison. Here's Pavon. Let's go Van Dijk, ball in behind. Get there. Oh, it's onto the roof of the net. I've seen the little cross appear in the back of the net. Luckily enough, Alisson gets to it, gets a hand to it, and lifts it onto the roof of the net. I'm glad it was onto the roof of the net and not into the back of it. Ball coming in now. Let's deal with that. Well done, Van Dijk. Out to Mane. Mane now going to look at running. Let's hold it up, Mane. Go into Naby Keita. Here's Divock. Go back now to Naby Keita. We've got Mane wanting to go here. Mane going to be through on goal here. 1-on-1 with a keeper. Schmeichel going to come out and try and slot that home. And went near post. Should have went far post. On the inside to Fabinho, who's going to get it. Over now to Naby Keita, who's going to try and get a shot off. James puts it out for a Liverpool corner. We've got a corner here. We're going to look for Fabinho. Come on, Fabinho. Get your head on this one, son. Ball in. Great position in there for Fabinho. Who's going to get there. It's 2-0. Fabinho is the man. You guys told me on FIFA 19, Fabinho's heading from corners is unbelievable. And Fabinho potentially scores his first goal this season and his first goal under me as a manager. It's a beautiful goal. Wins it at the front post, heads it towards the back post. Kasper Schmeichel, miles away. He climbs above Hughes, puts his head on it, a little bit of spin into that far post, and we are 2-0 up. It's only been the first half. We're cruising here, and I'm sure we've got this game in the bag already. Ball into Slimani. Fabinho's going to pick that one up now and go through to Divock. I'm going to play that behind Ricardo Pereira and try and unleash Mane here if we can. We're probably going to get caught. A little dink in, looking for Divock Origi, who takes it down. Should have shot first time. Should have shot first time. Thought he was going to head it, but he took a touch and then tried to shoot again. We do shoot. And unfortunately, we just spew it over the bar. It was unlucky from Divock, though. Come on, Max. Jump for that one, son. Good lad. Here's Naby Keita now coming forwards with the ball. As we try and move forwards with the ball, the referee's going to play for half-time at Anfield. And we are going in with a comfortable lead. I think we've certainly been the better team. Leicester having maybe one chance. We've really dominated the game. Yeah, Leicester only having one shot on target from their 2 shots that they've had. We've had 6 shots, 4 on target, 2 in the back of the net. It's comfortable right now. We're leading nicely. We're controlling the ball nicely. We're passing nicely. I really don't have a bad thing to say about the starting Liverpool 11 that have played in that first 45-minute period against Leicester. We are going to jump back into the second half with exactly the same team. Slimani kicking us off in the second half. I'm sure if we keep going with the way that we're playing at the moment, we could potentially get 4 or 5 goals out of this game. Goes to Naby. Nicely done. There's Naby Keita. Mane. Into Divock. I got Naby Keita on the overlap here. Naby Keita running out wide. Looking to slot home. It's 3-0. Naby Keita, who's now dropping back to a more defensive position in that central defensive midfield role, has just managed to get himself a goal before that actually happens. Great ball through there from Divock Origi, through to Naby Keita, who slots home. Second goal in the Premier League. Well done, Naby Keita. Now we can drop him back and give him a well-deserved rest in that CDM position. Here's James, back to T. Elemans, into the middle now for James Maddison. Pushing forwards to Ashley Barnes, or Harvey Barnes, and the referee is going to say enough's enough. It's full time. And we've just beat Leicester 3-0. Very, very comfortable win. I thought Leicester were going to be a lot more difficult. I thought coming forwards they were going to be a lot more challenging. I thought defensively they were going to be a lot more challenging, but that was not the case. They had 4 shots, 2 on target, in which they didn't put 1 in the back of the net. We have kept a clean sheet. We managed to shoot 7 shots, 5 of them being on target, so only 2 off target, so that's pretty consistent. And from the 5 we put on target, we put 3 in the back of the net, so very happy with that result. Sadio Mane picks up man of the match with a 9.3 rating. Now it's for the post-match interview to see what they're going to say about that Leicester game. I'm pretty sure they're going to mention about it being very one-sided, because me sitting here playing that game, it was certainly that. Fire away. Just a couple, just 3 then I'm guessing. So we will skip the question to make it a bit quicker. Do you have any advice for Leicester? They're not at our level. Keep trying. Leicester were not at our level. Simple as that. It's obvious. Leicester City is not at our level. I'd suggest they spend a little less energy trying to be giant killers. Let's skip again. How pleased are you with today's win? We can do even better. Time to focus on the next match. We could have won by more. Probably could have won by more, to be honest. If we'd have played a few more balls through to the front 3, I think we possibly could have scored a lot more goals there. How difficult was it to stop Leicester from creating chances? We just played our game. I don't feel like they had that many chances. To say one of Leicester's players was outstanding, but we didn't make any special plans to deal with James. Yet we didn't. We played good football. We passed well. We scored well. We shot well. And on the day, we were simply the better team. Now what I'm going to do, guys, advance all the way to the Manchester United game. I'll do all the player development, and then we'll hopefully get a win against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Well, this next match doesn't need much of an introduction. It's Liverpool versus Manchester United. Yes, the Liverpool derby is against Everton, but a lot of people would say Liverpool versus Manchester United is also a derby. There's plenty of vicious tackles. There's normally plenty of cards, plenty of goals. There's normally also a lot of drama. But not only is it a big game in the fact it's against Manchester United, there's also a lot of pressure riding, because finally you can see in second position Bournemouth are joint with Arsenal on 20 points. Played their 9th game. Manchester United is our 9th game. So if we do beat them, we would move up to 22 points, putting us in second place depending on how Chelsea get on, but we'd be 2 points clear. So we wouldn't be a point behind, we wouldn't be joint, we would be 2 points clear in second position on Bournemouth and Arsenal. If Chelsea were to lose their game, we would move top of the Premier League. If they are to draw their game, we would go joint top of the Premier League. So a lot of pressure riding on this game, as if there wasn't already enough. We really could do with the win. We are going to attend the press conference, and then we'll look at the starting 11. I am here. Welcome. Start the questions. It's a big game against Manchester United. There's going to be some big questions, I would have thought. So, can you make up for lost ground by the end of the season? What do you mean, make up lost ground by the end of the season? We win this game, we're going second in the Premier League. It's our 8th game. I don't understand. I expect better from the players. That's a stupid response. It's our responsibility to try. It won't be easy. But it never is. Well, yeah, our responsibility is to try. But, I mean, what a stupid question 8 games into the Premier League. How pathetic is that question? You put the game beyond doubt. Last time, congratulations. Do you reckon that your rival Manchester United is a concern at all? No, I don't. Concern less on the opponent. Yeah, we concentrate less on the opponent. I'm really not looking at Manchester United and thinking how the morale is in their dressing room or how they're training or what players they've got fit. I really couldn't care. Your team is basking in great form recently. Well, why did the person before just ask, are we going to be able to pull it back for the Premier League? There's been some top performances recently. Can your team keep this up? We've been doing better. I'm sure of it. We must avoid distractions. We've been doing better. No, I'm sure of it. We don't need to do any better. We're beating PSG. We're beating Napoli. We're beating Chelsea. We're about to beat Manchester United. We're playing absolutely unbelievable football at the moment.
Thank you very much.
So I really don't think a question like that means anything to us. I mean, look at that. We're down in 4th after 8 games, and they're asking, can we pull it back by the end of the season? What do you mean? We're 2 points behind being Premier League leaders. I'm not really sure what more you want for me as a manager, but 8 games in, it seems absolutely ridiculous, some of the questions that we are getting asked. But regardless, we're travelling to Old Trafford, and we will certainly try our best to bring those 3 very important points back to Liverpool. It's another game against one of the top 6. So for every team that we do beat in the top 6, it puts us in a great position to potentially go on and win the Premier League. But we are going with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Jordan Henderson in the central midfield. A little deeper, we got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip and Trent at the back, with Alisson between the sticks. Couldn't think I was playing at centre-back then. That's probably because I just played Lovren, but Matip is back in the team. So let's go ahead and get into this game against Manchester United and hopefully win the game. Come on, Liverpool. We can see Rashford. We can see Sanchez. I'm guessing while Matic is warming up there. Matic didn't start last time we played them. Oh, aye, we beat them and knocked them out of the Carabao Cup, didn't we? So they're probably going to look at seeking some revenge on us. They did play a strong team as well. We absolutely dominated, so hopefully same sort of result as we come to Old Trafford. We beat them at Anfield in the Carabao Cup. Can we beat them at Old Trafford in the Premier League? Got Bobby coming in the middle, cut it back. Nice little dink in. Bobby Firmino to clear the way only as far as Mane, who's going to bring this down nicely. Here's Sadio. Little dink now, looking for Gini in the middle. Gini going to come away with the ball. It's a mistake from Manchester United that gives us the lead. What happened there? Let's watch a replay on this one, because I didn't think we were going to score from that. I've shocked myself a little bit. Mane puts the ball in looking for Gini. It's headed up in the air. The defender misses it. I think it's Eric Bailly. Misses it. Gini trips, but manages to get his feet back on the ground and slot that one home. I have noticed there that David De Gea is not between the sticks. Unfortunately, if the computer, the AI, doesn't want to play a decent team, there's not much we can do, but we're 1-0 up. And we've only been playing 8 minutes. Claim there that was going to be offside. Van Dijk's on that one. It's Henderson. Misses the ball. In Diddy. Leaves it off to Chris Smalling. Around the corner to Big Win. It's just wide of goal. Bobby. Bobby going to get onto his right foot and let fly. It's a big strike there. Romero pushes it out into the path of Delort, who has to clear that one up. Not a bad strike there from Bobby Firmino. We're going to win that one. Bobby over the top now to Gini. Flicks it on to Bobby. On the volley from Bobby Firmino. And it's into the hands of Romero again. Mane have a little bit of skill here. Mane coming forwards. Lay it off to Fabinho. To Van Dijk. To Henderson, who lands one up. Give the ball to Henderson. And this man... Bang, 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 knockout. So how's Henderson scored 5 goals in the Premier League then? It does take a wicked deflection off Chris Smalling, but you give the ball to Henderson, it's like, just hit it. and it can easily end up in the back of the net, and it does just that. Whether, if it didn't take a deflection off Chris Smalling, would that went in the back of the net? Probably not. Chris Smalling's foot lifts it into the air and over Ramiro. Sorry, why am I wearing a coat? Why am I wearing that coat? Where's my suit with the Liverpool logo on the pocket? My man's changed clothes. Suppose the suit could just be in the wash, couldn't it? But 2-0 after 33 minutes. Thank you very much. Let's go into Bobby. Nicely done. Bobby going to lay us off to Henderson. Henderson's got a runny out of Mo Salah out wide. Mo Salah now coming forward. Linesman's going to say he was offside. I'd like to see a replay on that. I thought he was let's see. Oh, it was close. It was. I mean, when you look at the line and you look at number 2, Lindelof, his foot is definitely to the left of that line. So I'm not sure why the line was drawn across there. I'll zoom in on that line and the foot of Lindelof to show you guys that certainly was a bad call. Whether it was onside, I don't know. Laying off now to Gino Wijnaldum coming forward. Gino going to hold this ball up. Play it through now to Mo Salah. Beautiful ball in behind for Mo Salah. Got Bobby in the middle. Little ball in. Bobby Firmino, what a goal! Bobby Firmino with the 360 no-scope to put the ball in the back of the net. What are we saying there? Bobby Firmino with his signature celebration. He literally 360'd, and on the 360, encouraged the ball into the back of the net. Beautiful ball in from Mo Salah. Look at this. 360, and just encourages the ball into the back of the net, off the side foot of his boot. Good bit of pressure there to try and win this ball from the throw-in. I'm sure as Manchester United throw it, it's surely going to be blown for half-time. It is half-time at Old Trafford. We're 3-0 up. Ollie's at the wheel, and the wheels have fell off. Manchester United is really struggling. Look at that. 8 shots. All 8 on target. 100% shot accuracy right now where it currently stands. United having 2 shots, 1 on target. It's not good enough for Ollie's team. Whereas for my team, we're absolutely dominating. All of our shots on target. 3 in the back of the net. Thank you very much. That is what we like to see from this LFC team. But as we get the second half kicked off with Bobby Firmino, let's get it underway. Let's try and score another 3 goals, ladies and gentlemen. Mo Salah. Into Gini. He's going to take a touch. And look at Bender one. Oh, big save from Ramiro. Nearly took that away in the bottom right corner for Gini. Let's look for Van Dijk. We haven't scored from a corner yet with Van Dijk. Could this be the moment? Ball in. Van Dijk's going to get to it. Oh, just by the goal from Virgil van Dijk on number 4. Going to look at cutting back here. Sadio Mane should have cut back a little bit sooner. Play it into the middle for Gini. Shaqiri onto his left foot. He doesn't normally miss from there, and I thought that was a guaranteed goal. Maybe I should have stopped the ball instead of hitting it while it was still rolling. Didn't get enough whip on it. Just wide a goal with only 2 minutes to go. This game's certainly put to bed. It was put to bed a long time ago. I haven't got many options here, and the referee's going to say, that's enough. We were coming at you. The 2 minutes had already been. There was nothing Manchester United could have done. Not even got a consolation goal. We've absolutely crushed Ollie and his team at Old Trafford. 3-0. What a result. What a result. Shaqiri going over there to pick up Bergwijn. The Liverpool players, Fabinho, Alisson and Virgil van Dijk celebrating. It's a great result. It's a big result against one of the top 6 teams. Not only now have we knocked them out of the Carabao Cup, we've also just beat them away from home. Next time we face off against Manchester United, it will be at Anfield. So, a great result there. We are going to take the post-match interview. 13 shots, 11 on target. So very consistent with an 84% shot accuracy. Manchester United having 1 more shot. Unfortunately, it was off target for Manchester United. 3 shots, 1 on target. Once again, our captain, I'm pretty sure that's what I called the last episode. He's picked up man of the match again with a 9.2 rating. Bagged himself a goal. Potentially now joint top with Sadio Mane in the top goal scorer in the Premier League. Man of the match with a 9.2 rating. I can't fault him. He's an absolutely fabulous player. And honestly, I don't know what he's eating and drinking, but the rest of the players need some of that. Let's get into the post-match interview and see what questions the media have to ask.
Oh, hi there. I've just got a couple of questions about the match.
Hi there, yeah. Fire away. Happy to answer your questions, as long as they're good ones. Mane is continuing his hot run and form. How satisfied with your performance? Outstanding. He deserves all the praise. Must keep momentum. Don't get carried away. He deserves all the praise. The man is absolutely on fire. He's making great runs in behind. He's the left winger that we need right now. And even when Ryan Kent comes in for him, absolutely unbelievable. Mr. Brad, you dealt a strong blow with your rival today. Did you prepare differently for this match? All matches are equally important. Today was a good day. We're primed and ready. All matches are equally important, really. We didn't send out a different lineup. We didn't try a different tactic. Every game that we play in the Premier League right now, especially because we're so close to the top, we need to keep playing exactly how we're playing and keep continuing to get those wins. What did you make of the second half? We deserved the, yeah, we deserved the result. Simple as that. We did deserve it. They didn't make it easy for us. You know, the keeper pulled off some absolutely incredible saves. Romero kept them in it really at 3-0. It could have been 6 or 7-0. So a great result all round. We managed to beat, of course, Manchester United, which is one of the top 6. And I feel the fact that the way we're going at the moment, we are in a bit of a winning streak, and I hope it continues, especially for the game up next against St. Pat. If we were to get the win, and Napoli were to either get the win against PSG or even draw against PSG, it would put us in a great position to potentially be guaranteed a place in the knockout stage. If we beat St. Pat's, it means we've won 3 out of 3. As long as we win the 4th one and get to 12 points, I don't think any other team in our group can catch us. Certainly not. If PSG beat Napoli and we beat St. Pat's, without a doubt, it's us and PSG going through. I'll say that early on. The only issue is whether PSG come top or we come top, and I'm pretty satisfied that we will come top. Just seeing their amazing performances from Mo Salah. He sat down to have an interview. Hopefully he's saying good things about myself, the manager, you guys, the assistant managers, and hopefully his teammates. But I'll get the team ready for this game against St. Pat's, guys. I'll do all the player development. We'll also then look at texting James Milner back, and we'll go from there and hopefully finish today's episode on a massive high by beating St. Pat's and put us in a great position. So we've had to rotate the team up a little bit, which I'll show you guys in just a moment. We are going to jump over to our text because Naby Keita and James Milner have both texted us. For some reason, I can't reply to Milner's text. He said, "Boss, I may not be the first name on the team sheet, but I feel I should be getting some more playing time." I didn't get to respond to that, but okay. Naby Keita says, "I've been in pretty good form lately and I feel good, so I hope you're not going to bench me again within the game against St. Pat's." Well, to be honest, you're in the team. You're starting Naby Keita, so you do not need to be sending me a message like that. You also got to realise that you play in the central midfield, but you're also a rotated player. So when you get your game, you've really got to prove yourself to me. Unfortunately, we can't reply to James Milner. I don't know if it's because I didn't answer it on the same day and now I can't reply to the text. I'm not really sure. But up next, we've got St. Pat's. We have got a press conference which we will attend in just a moment's time. I've had to rotate the team slightly. There's still a few big names in there, but the likes of Mane and Bobby, who deserve a massive rest. Unfortunately, we're playing St. Pat's up next, and I think we play Spurs in 2 days' time. So I think we have so we're playing St. Pat's on Wednesday. We've got Thursday, Friday as a break day, and then Saturday we play Spurs. So a little bit difficult. There still seems to be a lot of game congestion in there, and unfortunately, players don't get back to full fitness, so I have had to rotate it. Alisson also having a rest as Adrian comes in for him. But we'll attend this press conference, see what the media have to say. I'll show you guys the lineup, and then hopefully we'll finish with another win in today's episode. MassiveBrad is here. Start the questions. I'm here for 30 seconds. Fire away. Skip it. Can you make it 3 wins in a row? This is in Champions League. Not today's episode. We're on a lot more than that. It can go either way. The lads are good. The team plays well. The lads are good. The lads are raring to go. Naby Keita's wanting to get in there. We are raring to go. Would you consider using players who haven't featured regularly in the starting 11? Well, changes can happen, and I suppose it can because Trent isn't playing at right back. Hoover is. So would I consider using players that haven't featured regularly in the starting 11? Yeah, changes can happen. That's the whole point. I said to you guys in FIFA 19, on FIFA 20 in the Liverpool career mode, I will be using a load of the youngsters. I will be rotating the team instead of just buying new players. There's been some top performances recently. Can your team keep it up? We can do even better. I'm sure of it. Yep, I'm sure of it. I am sure we can continue our winning ways. They are all the questions that we are answering for the media today. We've now left the building. Up next, we have St. Pat's. We're at home, and I'm excited to hopefully bag these 3 important points in our group stage of our Champions League journey. The lineup we are putting out has got a few changes. You can see Divock Origi playing for Bobby, Ryan Kent in there for Mane, Hoover at right back for, of course, Trent. We've got Gomez coming in for Matip, and also Adrian in for Alisson, unfortunately, those players are not fully fit. I still want to continue to play Salah as he is in a good form, but not as good as Bobby and Mane right now. So I want to make sure Salah continues to get on the score sheet. But we are going with Ryan Kent out on the left wing, Divock Origi at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Naby Keita linking up with Jordan Henderson in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Hoover at the back, with Adrian between the sticks. We are going to simulate this game for the final game in today's episode. Let's get these players warmed up. We're not going to see it minute by minute. It's going to jump straight to the result. Do we get the win? Yes, we do. Another goal from Jordan Henderson in the 17th minute. We make a change for Xherdan Shaqiri coming on for Salah in the 64th, which I'm happy about. I'm glad Salah come off because we have got Spurs in just 2 days' time. And I want to make sure that Salah, Bobby and Mane are fully fit to play up top against Spurs, as again, it's another game against one of the top 6. And then Fabinho scores from the spot in the 73rd minute. We do beat St. Pat's 2-0. Let's have a little look down below. Unfortunately, it's not showing the game Napoli versus PSG. So we'll get back to Central. We'll have a little look how they got in their game and see which team dropped points, whether they drew, whether they lost, or whether they also won. But a great result against St. Pat's, and it puts us on 9 points, 3 wins in 3 games. Right, so here we are, guys, back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. I haven't advanced to the Spurs game because there is a few things we need to do. Number one, Naby Keita has sent us a text in which I want to make sure I'm replying to my players, just in case if you skip a day or two, you then can't reply. So we'll go over to Naby Keita's text. Hey, Gaffer, I really appreciate you listening to me and letting me get out there to play while I'm in form. That is not a problem. Keep it up. Influential performance, yeah, great performance. Well done, Naby Keita. You keep playing well like this, son, and you'll certainly keep being, well, either on the bench or in the starting 11. There we go. Keita sparkles again. Well done, Naby Keita. Now what we'll do is we'll advance to 2 days till the Spurs game, because unfortunately Chelsea have not played their 9th game. Now, if they are to play their 9th game and draw or lose, there's a potential chance that we stay top of the Premier League. Let's advance in these 2 days. I'm pretty sure Chelsea are in great form right now, and Chelsea still haven't played their 9th game. So we are going to be ending today's episode top of the Premier League, only by 1 point, and Chelsea do have a game in hand. But as we end today's episode and I save this career mode, we are top of the Premier League. So not only are we doing well in Champions League and the Carabao Cup, we're also absolutely dominating in the Premier League. Now what I will do is I will check out what happened in the Champions League game against Napoli and PSG. Was it a draw? It looks like it was a draw. It was. It was a 0-0 draw. And unless we were to lose all our games, I don't personally think there's going to be a team there to knock us off the top of our group. We've got to play PSG again, Napoli again, and St. Pat's. But what it does confirm is our next game is against St. Pat's again, potentially in the next episode. We may well play it, because if we win it and we move up to 12 points, there is no way PSG or Napoli could catch us. So we would be confirmed to win our group in the Champions League, which then means if we're guaranteed to finish top, we can then simulate the game against PSG and simulate the game against Napoli. Regardless of the results, we can then focus on playing the other 2 games in those episodes. But let's go and take a look before we end today's episode what the 3 games are in the next episode. We know that we've got Spurs up next at home, so that's a pretty big game. We then have a 2-day break and face off against Barnsley in the Carabao Cup round of 16. Wow, round of 16 already. So round of 16, then the quarterfinals, then the semi-finals, then the finals. Only 4 more games till we're potentially in the final of the Carabao Cup. We then move into the month of November. November already. We're going to be through December soon, through Christmas. And then David Neres will be joining us early January, so I'm excited for him coming in. But regardless, I think we play the Spurs game, we play the game against Barnsley, and then we simulate the game away from home against Aston Villa. A few difficult games I do see there in November. We've got St. Pat's again, Manchester City, Crystal Palace, PSG, and Brighton. And then I'm pretty sure as we move into December, yeah, it's jam-packed. We've got the Liverpool derby, Bournemouth, Napoli, Watford, West Ham, Leicester, and also Wolves. Now look at that, guys. We play on the 26th. We have a day break. We play on the 28th. Sorry, EA, you said in your pitch notes, you promised us the game congestion was fixed and you would have at least 2 days rest. So like that Everton game there, they promised 2 days rest and then another game. Personally, I don't think that's enough, but it's something. How have I only got a 1 day rest then? EA, you have well and truly screwed us all. You have sold us a game that is broken, sold us on false promises. And thirdly, change the colour of FIFA 19. That's all you've done. You've threw some extra features in there that are broke. Fix what you have before you put new things in there. Don't put Volta Football. Don't put Alex Hunter in the journey. Fix career mode. We're not asking for much, guys. But come on. 1 day rest. You're telling me Liverpool would play on a Thursday, then have 1 day rest and play on the Saturday? No chance. That game, if that was happening, we were playing on Thursday or Wednesday, that game would be moved to the Sunday or would potentially even be on Monday Night Football. There's no way we'd have 1 day rest. So that is absolutely ridiculous. But we plan for the worst and hopefully we'll come out on top. Difficult game in the next episode. We're facing off against another top 6 team for the first game. And it's Spurs, and they are currently down in 5th position. So they are fighting for the Champions League spot. We continue to fight for the top of the Premier League. I did just notice there, we now have Alexandre Lacazette, Sadio Mane and Jordan Henderson all top of the Premier League goal scorers with 5 goals. I can't believe it. I can't believe Jordan Henderson is number 1. I don't think in my whole entire lifetime I will ever see it, whether it's after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so early on in the Premier League. I don't think unless Jordan Henderson scored a hat-trick in the first game of the Premier League, we would ever see Henderson top goal scorer in the Premier League. Potentially, he's going to do it in his first season at Liverpool, and good on him if he can do it because he's playing absolutely unbelievable football at the moment. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.